Guys, what you refuse to confront in here will be projected out there. Reality is a fucking mirror, not a window. When you fear something and you refuse to confront the fear within yourself, you will project it outwardly as if the external object that is neutral is emanating your fear, but it's simply you refusing to confront it inside of yourself, thus projecting it outside of you, so it appears as if this thing is causing the fear. But in all actuality, the causation of the fear is the emanation of your consciousness reflecting the coherency and state of your being. And so most of you guys exist in this perpetuated state of projection. You refuse to reflect because you're too inadequate. You lack the conscious ability to look at the external world and see what is reflecting within you. When you see something, you instantaneously, spontaneously project what is internal on the external, and then you perform as if what you have projected is a concrete fact. What you have to understand is the emotion you feel when perceiving a specific thing is reflecting your internal state. You are the perceiver of reality. And so when an object comes into view within your consciousness and you project an emotion, that is a reflection of you. And so most of you guys go your entire fucking life in a state of projection. You never actually reflected on who the fuck you are. This is a detrimental, this is a horrible thing. And so what you have to understand is that when you lack reflection, you will go your entire life in this state of projection, and you will be reflecting the internal state you refuse to confront. And so reality is going to be like a horror film as you continue to feel the emotion that is dominating your mind onto external things that have nothing to fucking do with it. And so every time you project the internal emotion, such as fear, such as chaos, anger, lust, these are all reflections of your psyche that you refuse to confront within yourself. And so now you navigate life reacting to your internal emotional state, projected outwardly like the outside thing you're projecting on is the enemy. But the only fucking enemy was that bitch in the fucking mirror you refuse to confront. You sit there and you guys will deny and repulse the things you want in life away from you. When you sit there and deny the body you want, and then you sit there mortified as you project your inadequacy onto the person who has a nice body, you just repulsed any remnants of attaining that for yourself. And what you did was see a body and then reflect your internal state and project it onto it because you believe you couldn't attain it. So that's a reflection of your psyche, not the body. You simply saw something high quality. You said to yourself, I'm too low quality to attain this. Break this down and let's ensure that I never reach the attainment of this thing, because my consciousness is too fucking low level to actually process and digest the fact that this is possible. When you see a nice car and you instantly have to say it's a rental, you have to understand that you're basically admitting you're too low quality to attain the same thing without it being a rental, because what you did was project your internal state onto the car and then reflected it like it was a fact, but it was really just a reflection of that bitch in a fucking mirror. And so every time you see something of quality, when you see that nice body and you're fat as shit, when you see that nice car and you're, in a sloppy old whip, well, we have to understand that if you don't admire and inspire and move through life transparent, hoping to attain the same thing as you maneuver intelligently and effectively to create the same results, what you're doing is repulsing it away. And so you will go your entire life repulsing what the fuck you want most, because you are projecting your internal state of inadequacy onto things that you want to attain, but instantly limited yourself and repulsed away from you. And so when you lack the internal reflection, you will project externally. And so the best thing to do is confront the fucking mirror. And next time you feel some dominant emotion dominating your consciousness, when you see something that is totally neutral, well, reflect upon yourself and realize that's a reflection of you. That's a fucking horrifying mirror of how shit your consciousness actually is, how low quality you actually are. What you pretend to be and what you are, two different fucking things. You are the fucking bitch in the mirror, the fat, out of shape, addicted Pornhub bitch. The Pornhub festering pestilence of an existing perpetuation of failure. That's what the fuck you are. And you know that's what you are subconsciously. And so this is why when you see things of quality, you need to project and sabotage, because you instantaneously remove yourself from the equation of attaining that thing, because deep down in your soul you know you're not the person to attain your dream car. You're not the person to attain your dream body. You're not the character who possesses the high quality states. You don't have the internal cultivation of synergetic qualities to produce such a thing. You are simply a fucking fearful coward hiding out in comfort as you stagnate and die a bitch. And every minute you waste remaining that pussy without confrontation is fucking dirt shoved on top of your coffin of remaining a bitch. And so the best thing to do is understand that when you perceive something that causes resistance and tension within your mind, it's not the thing causing that resistance, it's the mind that is perceiving the thing, projecting its internal state onto the thing that is quote unquote causing the resistance. But what is actually causing resistance is the emanation of the consciousness perceiving it, which is just a reflection of their internal state. And so most of you guys will go your entire life in this incoherent projectional state, this projectile state of consciousness, and you'll never actually realize that the only thing that was ever blocking you was the bitch in the fucking mirror. And it's a disappointing thing to see. It's a disappointing thing to say. And you should feel disappointed in yourself and actually anoint yourself to something more to actually conquer the tensions and the resistance which you have created from yourself through the neglection and remaining a fucking derelict through fucking time. To be in such a poor quality of state of mind because you refuse to confront that bitch. You refuse to confront that pussy. That bitch ass pussy. That bitch. Every day you see something you could have attained. That's the problem. You instantly create an enemy for what you want most. You see the nice car? It's a rental. What you just said was, if I had that car, it would be a rental because I'm too fucking low quality to attain it. You project your emotional state onto neutral things in the environment like it's a concrete fact. No, it's called ego defense. And when you're a low quality piece of shit, you have to defend your ego and identity because it's so fucking low quality that anything that requires eminency, eminent character to create instantly reflects what the fuck you're not. And so what the fuck you're not is a direct reflection of what the fuck you should become. If you don't believe you're worth the car, just say that. If you don't believe you're worth the body, just say that. If you are too low quality to wake up every day and be the best version of you to actually produce those things, just fucking say that, pussy. Don't sit there and project internal states like it's a concrete fact. And better yet, look in the fucking mirror and tell us what the fuck you see. If it isn't something you fucking admire, it's because you're a bitch. And so start with the self-confrontation instead of the projection immediately after you realize what the fuck you're not. It's that fucking simple. Look in the fucking mirror before you die that bitch. All this fucking time on earth, all these projections, what the fuck is even wrong with you? What are you doing with your life? Your one life. This is you. What the fuck is that bitch? It's one fucking life. Guys, you have to truly comprehend. Pick up a fucking notebook because the wisdom is elite. And if you're going to sit there and project on the wisdom, it's just a reflection of your internal state. You're too fucking weak to hear a message that's going to destroy you, rebuild you, and then perpetually recreate something higher quality. If you listen to me, you would be better than not. If you took everything I said to heart, looked in the mirror, instead of bashing yourself for what the fuck you are, actually bash yourself one time to actually put yourself on a trajectory to grow, you would be better. You listen to me, you get the fucking body you want. You listen to me, you get the character you want. Through time, when time is on your side, you grow. Everything is gonna fall your way. You listen to me, you actually improve in fucking life. But over here, you're sitting here projecting your internal state of stagnancy onto something more vibrant, more luminescent than you. We have to truly reflect on our character. You only live once. What the fuck is it gonna be? Pussy, bitch, porn addict, vape, piece of shit? Or you gonna look at that mirror and confront that pussy with the one fucking life you have? It's that fucking simple. Peace!